You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama?
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. If you tuned in to the 6:30 newscast and all you saw was a black screen, I'm very sorry. It has been a long night out here in my household. I got my cup of coffee. I got the buttons on that I need on this morning. And thank you for tuning in to Mississippi Live Weather at 7. I'm sorry that you didn't get your full news at 6:30, but we'll get you everything you need to get out the door at 7 right now. Okay, deal? Here's what you need to know to get you out the door this morning. If you came from my push alert, another cool start to your day ahead. If you haven't stepped out the door, go ahead and bring a coat with you while you're at it, because it's another cool morning out there to start off your Friday. Great weekend ahead. Great forecast lingers all the way through your weekend, and rain free at that. So still need to water those plants out there. Let's start with temperatures out there this morning. Some of us still as cool as yesterday. Some of us a little bit warmer. Let's talk about who's who. 52 in Southaven, 51 in Tunica, still cool, even a little bit cooler in places like Marshall County, 47 in Holly Springs. That's the coolest part of the morning. Usually it's Alcorn County up in Corinth. Today it's Holly Springs. Still Corinth though, hanging out near 50, 53 in Boonville. The further south and east you go, the warmer you get. Take a look at this. 57 in Amory, 60 in Columbus, 59 in Macon. This area right here had some cloud cover kind of hang on through the early morning hours, causing them to be a little bit warmer than everybody else, but a majority of us, again, in the 50s. And you can see it there, just kind of showing you that visual cloud cover kind of hanging out near the Golden Triangle region and east of that. Because of it, as we've said the past few mornings, it acts as a blanket, and it has kept those places in the 60s or near 60 overnight, just now kind of dropping off in those areas. As for Greenville, even the Delta, because it's clear right now, in the middle 50s. So if you're headed out all the way in Greenville this morning, you're still seeing those really nice ongoing cool conditions. West Point, saw a little bit of that cloud cover. You can see it out there in that camera. Beautiful sunrise ongoing, but because of those clouds that hung around, they're only seeing temperatures near 60 right now. Overall, still a great start to your day. Over the first 12 hours, temperature is going to be near 60 for everybody as we head into your 8 o'clock hour, 70 by 11. Most of us hanging out in the upper 70s into your afternoon with a lot of sunshine in the forecast as well. Temperatures will get back into the 60s as we head into your 8 o'clock hour. Let's take it day by day. I'm not tracking any rain out there. Unfortunately for us, we do need the rain. Not going to be getting it through your weekend. As we head now through your 3 o'clock hour, just seeing some clouds in the forecast. Good to go for those Friday night football games. Headed into your Saturday morning, we're watching this boundary right here. You can kind of see this front extended in places like northern Arkansas on your Saturday morning. It's going to get real close to our area and then kind of dissipate. It's not really going to make it here throughout your Saturday, not bringing any rainfall, but a little bit of a cooler and drier shot of air for us. Headed into your Sunday, same story, different day, just a good mix of sunny clouds and a lot of sunshine in the forecast over the next few days as well. So high pressure kind of dominating here in our forecast, keeping us dry and then eventually a little bit warmer. We'll talk your full weekend forecast coming up. We'll talk about those Friday night game forecasts if you're headed out with the kiddos to watch that Friday night football. Again, your full weekend forecast, and I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast. And here's a hint, things don't stay as cool as they are right now. So I'll have details on when a little bit of warmer conditions come back. Coming up, right?
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Want to show you a few cameras out the door this morning because those of us that are a little bit warmer because of that cloud cover, seeing a really nice sunrise out there. Take a look. This is over in Aberdeen. Temperatures a little bit warmer there in the upper 50s. A lot of us in the low to middle 50s. So yeah, a little bit warmer there, but I'm going to step out of the way because look at that. Just a gorgeous sunrise ongoing. But that's true no matter really where you are this morning. Those with a little bit more cloud cover are a little bit prettier. Same story over in Tupelo. They're seeing the clouds this morning. They're in the middle 50s over there in Lee County. So overall, a really nice start out there to your Friday. If you haven't stepped out the door this morning, it is a little bit of a cooler start in the middle to low 50s for a lot of us, but some of us a little bit warmer than others, like over in the Golden Triangle region. This is an MDOT traffic camera. Temperatures in the 60s there. Good to go on those roadways, though, at 82 and 45 this morning through Columbus. As for your airport delays this morning, good to go in the airways as well. Maybe you're headed out for a good weekend, headed places, maybe region-wide. Memphis International is good. Little Rock as well. Oklahoma, Dallas, Fort Worth, into Alabama and Birmingham, not tracking any moderate or major delays out there this morning. As for your school bus forecast, dropping the kids off, temperatures are cool right now. I encourage you to bring the light coat with them. As for pickup times, not going to need it. Temperatures back in the upper 70s, near 80 degrees across the board. So 80 is where a lot of us are going to be topping out today, which is around average for this time of year. 81 in Bruce, 80 in Houston, 82 in Greenwood, 70s further north, 78 in Senatobia, 77 up in Corinth, 76 in Iuka. As for your day ahead, we'll see clouds slowly dissipate throughout your afternoon, giving us a lot of sunshine throughout the early afternoon and then those later evening hours as well. Heading out for those Friday night football games, only thing you're going to need are the shades and probably a light jacket. We'll get into that forecast in just a minute, but overall nice conditions all the way through those game times. Going into your Saturday, you can see a little bit of greens over in places like central Arkansas. That is not going to be making it here by any means. We are looking at just clouds to start off our Saturday, especially for those in northwest Mississippi. Those will filter in as we head throughout your day, but again, not expecting any rainfall. Boundary comes close to our area into the afternoon and just simply doesn't really make it here, but filtering in a little bit more drier and cooler air out there for your Saturday and then into your Sunday morning. Now let's talk about your high school game of the week before we get into your full weekend forecast. High school game of the week presented by Casey Lot. It's going to be nice out there. Choctaw County versus Aberdeen. Temperature is going to be in the middle 70s, and this is really true no matter where you are. We'll start off in the 70s. Halftime will be around the middle 60s, and then by the time you're rounding out those games, headed home in the low 60s. That's why we say bring the light coat, because once the sun goes down, halftime and on, it's going to be a little cooler out there than we're used to. As for the rest of your weekend ahead, nice conditions last all the way into Saturday and Sunday. A little bit warmer out there, but still nice. Low 80s expected throughout both afternoons. Dry conditions remain, and again, around average. So still a nice weekend out there to get out and enjoy it, because it doesn't last forever. Look at their temperature outlook as we get further on into October. Above average conditions come back for the entirety of the state and for a good portion of the central United States. And you'll see that on our 7-day forecast in just a minute. I want to show you the tropics before we get into that, because I'm not looking at not one, but two named systems out there this morning. Here's a look at your tropical overview. Here's Jerry that we talked about yesterday out in the Atlantic, and then way further away from it, more north, is Karen, subtropical storm Karen. So two named storms, both of them not looking to impact the United States. Karen not looking to strengthen any more than it already is. So let's talk about Jerry, that becomes a little bit more closer to the United States. Here's your 7 a.m. advisory. Winds about 50 miles an hour. Let's watch it as it makes its way off north. The National Hurricane Center does not have this reaching hurricane status any longer. So it looks to stay a tropical storm, continue continues a northerly track and then eventually takes that hard right turn as we head into your work week ahead. So the good news with this, not impacting the United States. We've been very lucky this hurricane season, not seeing many impacts, and those storms we've seen the last month or so have all kind of taken that right turn. So no complaints here. 70s for today, turn into 80s Saturday and Sunday. Wanted to note though, your overnight lows for Saturday and Sunday morning in the low 50s. So if you got any plans, early weekend plans, it's going to be a little bit chilly out there. Going into your work week ahead, middle 80s do return. So I'm not talking 90s. I'm talking middle to upper 80s, Monday all the way through Wednesday. So yeah, a little bit warmer to start off your work week ahead. Just something to note before we do see a little bit of a cool down as we head later on in the work week. And what's one thing you notice on the 7-day forecast? Where's the rain chances? Well, there aren't any. We're looking to stay dry all the way through Thursday. So keep watering those plants, those mums or ferns if you still got them out there. They're still going to need that water all the way through next week. I'm not looking at any major rain chances until we head later on in the week and into even next weekend. So dry forecast ahead. Make sure to tune in with us. We have one more live broadcast coming up at 7:30 this morning. So tune in with us one more time. We'll have everything you need to know to get you out the door, and I'll have a look at those SEC football forecasts. So if you're going into any of those games this weekend, you'll make sure to tune in. I'll have everything you need to know to get you to those games, and of course a final look at your 7-day forecast. It's all coming up.
At Room to Room, the VIP sale's here. And for a limited time, enjoy an extra 10% off Row furniture. From classic neutrals to bold statement pieces, Row gives you modern style with timeless comfort. Don't miss the VIP sale happening now, only at Room to Room Tupelo.
Join the Chickasaw and Kana Foundation for the 5th annual Piamico Day wreath-laying ceremony at Fair Park in downtown Tupelo on October 13th. Starting at 10 a.m., enjoy demonstrations of Chickasaw history and culture, followed by the wreath-laying ceremony at noon.